In this video, I'm going to be talking about the biggest update of 3.17 in Star Citizen. So stick around because I'm going to be talking about all the juicy changes and additions, some of which aren't even in the patch notes. To start, if you don't know already, 3.17.2 came with a wipe. That means all your ships, items, and money are gone, and you reverted back to whatever starter package you bought, plus anything you bought with real money. The only thing that didn't get wiped is reputation. Here's the reason they gave for the wipe. To be honest, the clutter in our inventories and ship terminals is insane. So if this is the reason for the wipe, the game needed it. They've increased the maximum player count on the servers from around 50 players to 100 players. I don't know about you, but imagine a 100-player Jumptown. The Ninetales have invaded Orison and are now laying siege to Orison in a new dynamic event. I'll be honest, fuck Orison, they can have it. In fact, I have a better solution. Because Orison is literally one letter away from prison, just draw a line on the O and boom, the Ninetales are in prison. God, I'm such a genius. Honestly, I feel like the only reason the event is in Orison is because no one goes there. It's totally nothing to do with the video I made about it over 2 months ago, and it isn't because it only got 500 views. But if you care about Orison more than I do, here are the details. To get to the event, head to the Crusader showroom and take the elevator to the roof. There you will find a shuttle that will take you to the event. These are the platforms that you're going to be fighting in. If you get lost, don't worry. There are maps on the platforms that will help you navigate around them. Once you've done the objectives, to move to a different platform, you'll have to call in a shuttle. Once in the shuttle, you'll have to manually select which platform to go to. There are storage containers which require a code to get into. For more details about the event, check out the RSI website. I'll probably make another video going into more detail about the Siege of Orison. But the Siege of Orison is not the only dynamic event in this update. Jumptown is back. These events will be happening on different dates, so plan ahead. New Lagrange Points have been added to Stanton, making Starfarer refueling more useless than ever before. Here are all the new locations. Fun fact, Krill 2 was in patch 3.3 but was removed in 3.7 for some reason. There are hangars for smaller spaceships at space stations now. If you're too lazy to put on a spacesuit or too poor to buy one, don't worry because CIG got you covered. Also, you no longer need to request permission to land at landing pads now. Unfortunately, you can't store ship on pads, and if you log out while the ship is on the pad, you will have to claim it. This is an issue that CIG will try to fix in a future update. Also, landing on a pad won't set your spawn at that space station. For example, if you came from Area 18 and landed at a pad at Baijini, if you didn't land in a hangar at Baijini, even if you walk into the space station, once you log out and log back in, you will spawn back in Area 18. Good news if you're a miner. If you land on a pad at a refinery and log out, when you log in and head to the refinery terminal, the refinery will still be able to access the minerals in your ship, but you'll still have to claim your mining ship once you're done. Not recommended if you use mining modules though, and some of the pads are larger now to accommodate bigger ships. If you're tired of Caterpillar Derelicts, then great news, because 3.17.2 now comes with more Derelicts. In addition to new Reclaimer Derelicts, there are also Settlement Derelicts and Derelicts in space. The easiest way to get to the Reclaimer Derelicts is to accept one of these missions. With the new Derelicts comes the first iteration of AI Navmesh. AI can now navigate terrain on planets and moons. Obviously it's rough, but that's Star Citizen for you. AI can now deploy via dropships as reinforcements. I haven't seen it happen yet, but CIG says the AI can do that now. There are now new illegal delivery missions that you can do. The rewards are 12,000 auec for the initial mission. To access them, you need level 2 courier rep with Redwind. There are 5 variants of illegal delivery missions, each with different quantities of cargo, along with different monetary and reputation rewards. Honestly, I thought they were always there, but I guess not. Make sure you don't get caught by the cops when you're doing them. A new vehicle is now available for purchase in Star Citizen, the Anvil Centurion, an anti-air ground vehicle that looks like a modified ballista but with more AA turrets and no missiles. Available to purchase at the shop for $95. Seriously, who knows? It might come in handy for Jumptown. There are new armor sets added in 3.17.2 and a new backpack, which is useless currently because it's meant for collecting salvage, which won't happen until 3.18. The Grimhex hospital has been expanded with more medical rooms, which I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier, but it's great that they did. If you bought the Mustang Alpha package like me, you'll be happy to know that our Lord Chris Roberts has finally answered our prayers. The Mustang Alpha now has an actual functional cargo bay. I mean, you could access it before, you just had to land it a certain way to get to the back of the cockpit, but now you no longer have to do that. Thank crisp. Combat assist missions have been revamped, supposedly to allow more natural progression in difficulty and rewards. I've never done these kind of missions, but if you have, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Shopping got some quality of life improvements. For instance, the pop-up after quick buying or selling will no longer prompt you to click a button. You can now search for specific items in the kiosk, and you can now buy stuff directly into your ship's inventory. Food and drinks can now be bought in multiples from shop kiosks. Elevators got a buff. The doors take longer to close, but they are significantly faster now. Traveling by elevator in Easy Hab is near instant. Travel time to refinery by elevator is now way faster at about 12 seconds. All I gotta say is thank Chris. Quantum travel works much differently now. When traveling to Lagrange Point, you stop about 30,000 kilometers away instead of just 70 kilometers. Also, there's now a new quantum marker at these Lagrange points. I'm assuming you use those markers if you don't want to travel directly to the space station. I'm guessing these changes are to accommodate higher player caps, and possibly even higher ones in the future. I don't like it though. It makes quantum travel feel slower now, and it adds an extra step for quantum travel. There's also a minor UI change when you enter a ship in 0G. Price of Freedom missions have been updated. They're more accessible and can be done around Crusader now. There are a bunch of smaller changes that I won't get into. Turret movement speeds have been updated. Here are more ship and vehicle updates, which include buffs to Vandal ships and ground vehicles. There aren't many changes for weapons. Some core tech improvements with an emphasis on networking. Some changes to the Arena Commander game mode, including quality of life updates. And there's also a new racetrack called the Snake Pit, located at Clio. Did you know the blackboards in the refinery shops are not actually blackboards? They're actually shop kiosks, and you can buy stuff from it now. Go figure. The mole can mine now, which is weird. I never knew it could mine. This whole time I was using it as a coaster. Seriously though, if you spent that much real money on a ship in an unfinished broken game and it doesn't work, you deserved it. There are a lot more bug fixes, which I'll just show here. Did I miss any changes? Let me know in the comments below. If the wave has gotten you down and you're poor now, don't worry. Check out this video here and you'll be rich in no time.